Hello fans, welcome to Prince Sports TV where your opinion in sports definitely counts. And today I'm going to go on a little bit rant about whatever is happening at Manchester United. You ask yourself some questions, but you don't get the right answers. As a Man United fan, what will you pick up from the game that you watched today against Brighton? What is going on at Manchester United? The fans need the answers because the fans are the ones who get the pain. I'm not even a season ticket holder, but there are those people who pay daily to just watch this Manchester United team. Like, can we say we've just fallen off the pecking orders in the English Premier League? We can't be just fighting for relegation points. Manchester United has become a club where right now we are fighting for relegation points. We had a very good Ferguson era. We can't say it was Fergie's era, Fergie's time, but we're living in the modern day, and I'm bound to ask, like, is it about the ownership? Is it about the managers at the club? Or is it about the players at the club? If it's ownership, the Ineos came in. Are we doing better? No, we are not doing better. If it's about managers, we had Moyes going out, we had Van Gaal going out, we had Mourinho sacked, Ole Gunnar out, Ralph Rangnick out. We had the best managers. Ten Hag out, Amorim in. Can we just pretend that everything is okay at Manchester United? Watching Brighton play against Manchester United and the kind of performances we've given in, week out, there is a lot of inconsistencies. We're not even comfortable playing at home. We're playing at Old Trafford. We're not even comfortable with the ball at Old Trafford. Right from the defense, goalkeeping errors here and there, to the midfield, to the attack, you look at everything is pathetic. Are we going to support this manager? Yes, we're going to support Ruben Amorim because he's the right man for this club. Are we going to support the players? No, definitely no. They have to give it, they have to cover every blade of grass on that pitch. They need to cover every blade of grass on that pitch. Simple as that. Simple, so simple. Cover the blade of grass on that pitch. Cover every position on that pitch. Play like a Manchester United player. This is a club which has created the most decorated footballers in this world. The Cantonas of this world, the Roy Keanes, the Nevilles, the Ferdinands, the Ronaldos of this world, all have been at Manchester United. Can we say we don't have players who can set the standards at Manchester United? Do we have the real standards? The players who can really fight for the badge, fight for that shirt? Today's performance against Brighton is even more of a shocker. This might be the worst Manchester United side that I have ever watched as a football fan. I don't usually talk about clubs, I don't usually talk about teams, but today this has to stop. Are we going to go into the January transfer window, get the right players, get some players that should play for this club? If Amorim needs to get the right players for this team, then the sooner the better. We are nowhere. We are nowhere next to Liverpool. We are nowhere. And do you want this to continue? It's up to the ownership of the club. Want to sign the right players, let them do it. Another thing, we just left De Gea to go for free. He went home. He trained, came back to Fiorentina. He's doing a great job. Now we have a £60 million goalkeeper who is really wasting the club. He needs to step out, step up and perform as a United goalkeeper. It's so shameful to watch this Man United side. It's pathetic. It's just pathetic to watch this Manchester United side. There's nothing good to talk about today from this Manchester United side. Brighton just outclassed a team at Old Trafford. You know, we might keep on having this conversation for days and days until something is done at Manchester United. It's not about the managers getting the sack. Yes, we will sack the managers. The Amorim of this world will leave Manchester United. But does it mean Manchester United problems are about these managers that we hire? Is it all about the managers? Are we like saying it's all about the managers? I think it's time Manchester United players step up their game. If we're selling players, let them go, let them leave. If players don't want to play for Manchester United, let them go. If they don't want to train for Manchester United, let them go. If players are having issues playing for Manchester United, let them leave the club. Let them go. Let the players go. If Rashford is having issues with Amorim, let him go. We have a lot of deadwood in this team. And it's high time fans we just get the fact that we are nowhere near the standards of Manchester United. We have great people, great men who have worked for this club. Ferguson every day comes to Old Trafford. What does he get in return? Disappointments. Disappointments. Day in, day out. Disappointments. We can't live like this every day. We need to fight. Looking at the Stratford end, fans leaving, going home. It's the 60th minute, the 70th minute, fans leaving, going home. They're tired. They don't want to watch this club anymore. Who is the problem? Who is the real problem at this club? Look at Onana. He plays the way he wants. You can't be a goalkeeper making such errors when your team is looking for goals. You can't do that. You have to fight. The defense, you have to fight. Midfield, Mino. I don't know what he has become. He has to fight. Ugarte, you playing for Manchester United, you have to fight. Bruno Fernandes, you leading these men to war, you have to fight. Garnacho, you playing for the best club in the world, you have to fight. Harry Maguire, you have to defend with your sweat. Dalo Diogo, you have to defend with your blood. Things are just getting out of hands at Old Trafford, being run day in, day out with some clubs that are not up to standard to Manchester United. No, Arsenal fans will joke around saying that better they drew yesterday with Aston Villa, but Manchester United have been beaten at Old Trafford by a Brighton side that has, in the last few years, been a walk in the park for Brighton at Old Trafford. We need to actually come out of this, and for things to change, let everyone take responsibility at Old Trafford. The Glazers, the Ineos, or whoever, let them take that responsibility at Old Trafford. I remember teams came at Old Trafford. They just feared. When they go from the tunnel, they go to Old Trafford. The teams knew what they were in for at Old Trafford. But right now, teams come at Old Trafford. They play the way they want. They get the win at Old Trafford. We are nowhere near the standards of Manchester United. We are just nowhere near the standards of Manchester United. What we're doing to this club is injustice. Players need to stand up for this club. They need to fight for the badge. Blood and sweat, put in. Put in. Fight. What is so difficult with that? Or maybe we should move the players away from Old Trafford to another football pitch. Is that the solution? Do you have to rebuild Old Trafford? What do they need? I think that has been my time on Prince Sports TV. You just have a good night and remember to subscribe and share my content. And we also on YouTube as Prince Sports TV. Have a lovely night.